Hello friends, I'm back again on the YouTube channel Arta Classes 1729 Making Learning Easy, and this is our second part under the topic the art and culture of India under the main headline of the general studies. In our previous session we talked about the basics of religion. We saw an overview of the art and culture of India. There are 7 parts that I told you. First one is religion, then literature, language, music, dance, architecture and historical paintings that we saw. The other thing that we saw was the three very much popular religions of India, that is very much followed in India, that is Hinduism, then Christianity and then Islam. Hinduism, Islam, Christianity. And also we saw somewhat about Christianity, that is the largest religion of the world, then Hinduism, that is very much followed in India, the largest religion of India, somewhat about Islam. And in today's session we'll see the 3 more very important religions of India. Why they are important? Because their grassroots, their foundation stone is found in India itself. Whether you talk about Sikhism or Buddhism or Jainism, they all are related in the Indian subcontinent, that we need to see today. So let's see about them. The first is the Sikhism, the fourth, and in our today's session the first, and continuing this session, that is the fourth, that is the Sikhism religion. Now, who is the founder of Sikhism? Previously, in all that 3 religion, we saw about their founder, their grassroots, their holy text, and in how much they are predominant in today's era. We saw similar thing we will see in this Sikhism. So, who is the founder of Sikhism? A very famous personality and very predominant personality of Sikhism, that is Guru Nanak Sahib. Guru Nanak Sahib is the founder of Sikhism in India. Around in between 16th to 17th century. It is founded around 15. That is almost 500 to 650, 500 to 600 years ago. This religion was founded. 500 before 500 to 600 years almost. I am not sure about this perfect date, but almost we can say that 500 to 600 years back. Guru Nanak Sahib is the founder. Guru Granth Sahib, Guru Granth Sahib is the holy text of this Sikhism, Guru Granth Sahib, as far as the literature is concerned. Second, the third thing, architecture. As far as Sikhism is concerned, they are more laying their focus on the Gurudwaras. They are laying their more focus. In Gurudwara, not only there is a thing to work. They go to worship, but also they are providing their meals. So that the more and more poor people get benefit. Not only spiritually, but also they get feed their stomach, so that they can live they have motivated, and they get motivated, and they used to sleep with their full belly. That is the main that is full belly they can sleep, and they can work for the next day. So that is main focus of the Gurudwaras. The Amritsar is very famous, the Gurudwara of Amritsar, Golden Temple that we say. That is about the Gurudwaras. Second thing, and the third thing is, as all the religions are having their personalities, predominant personalities, they are the founder, they are the preacher, they are the spreading that religion, propagating their religion. In the same way, in the Sikhism, there are 10 gurus. In total 10 gurus are there in Sikhism, starting from the foundation stone, that is the Guru Nanak Sahib, and ending at Guru Gobind Singh. Guru Gobind Singh was the last guru as far as the Sikhism is concerned. So what we learned today, first thing, the founder, that is Guru Nanak Sahib. It started in somewhere around 16th to 17th century, and the Guru Granth Sahib is the text on their main text, whole text. Then they focus on Gurudwaras, and finally that is starting from Guru Nanak Sahib and ending to Guru Gobind Singh. That is the 10 gurus of Sikhism. Okay, and one of the very good important thing is that it is the third largest religion of India. Okay, after Hinduism and Mohammedan personalities, Sikh are the third largest residing in India. Okay, this is the thing. Now after this Sikhism, the fourth and very important thing and very important religion as far as India is concerned is the Buddhism. Okay, that is the fifth religion, Buddhism. Okay, it is Buddhism. Okay, that is the very important, that is the fifth very important religion. Why it is important? Because its foundation stone is found itself in India. This foundation personality, we all know that there was a young prince that is known as Siddhartha, and after attaining spirituality, okay, after making contact with the Almighty, he started to propagate his religion, and further he became very well known as Gautam Buddha. So who is Gautam Buddha? Gautam Buddha is from India itself. Okay, and because of that, this India gets an advantage to for its foundation laying religion of India. Okay, so this is the founded in India. This is Gautam Buddhism. Then important thing is holy books is Tripitikas. Okay, Tripitikas. Holy books are Tripitikas. Okay, Tripitikas are the holy books. Okay, this as far as we told, Guru Granth Sahib for Sikhism, Quran for Islam, Ramayana and Mahabharata for Hinduism, Bible for Christian. The same way, Tripitikas are the important textbooks, that important holy books of Buddhism, religion Buddhism. Okay. Now there are very important things. Apart from this, they also lay their focus. They also lay their importance on three levels of Buddhism. Three levels. Okay. The first is Buddha. The second is Dharma, Buddha Dhamma, and the last one is Sangha. Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Okay, these are the three levels of Buddhism. Buddha attains spirituality, Dhamma and Sangha. In later videos, okay, we'll deal with this and what this exactly this three word mean to, but it will take a very important and very good amount of time to understand this Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. But in today's session, you just remember this: the three levels, that is Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, are related to Buddhism. Okay, that is the thing. And Theravada and Mahayana. Okay, as far as these Buddhism is concerned, there are two categories in Buddhism. Okay, Theravada and Mahayana. Theravada, I write here. Okay, Theravada, number one, and number two is Mahayana. These are these two very important the categories in the Buddhism. Okay, so again, like Sikhism, let's recall founder Gautam Buddha, indigenous religion of India. Tripitikas are holy books. They also lay their importance on three jewels, Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. That is the fourth thing. Fifth thing, Theravada, Mahayana are the two categories of Buddhism. Okay, and it is the indigenous religion of India. This about Buddhism. Very good. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. The last important religion, okay, as far as India is concerned, that is not the last religion. Okay, there are also other religions that are residing in India, but as far as our course and our syllabus is concerned, this is the one of the last religion of the under the art and culture, that is Jainism. Jainism is the last religion. Okay, Jainism. Who is the founder of Jainism? Founder is Swami Mahavir Swami. Okay, Mahavir Swami. In total, there are 24 leaders in Jainism. 24 means predominant personalities, and the last, this is the founder. Okay, Mahavir is the founder. The first, founder is Rishabh Dev. So founder Mahavir Swami is the founder. Okay, and it is indigenous to Indian subcontinent. Okay, because in the long time ago, Pakistan, Bangladesh and all these countries were not separated. They were under the Indian subcontinent. Okay, so as far as that is concerned, they are related to Indian subcontinent. Holy book is Kalpa Sutra. Kalpa Sutra is the holy book of Jainism. Okay, Kalpa Sutra, I write. Okay, Kalpa Sutra. Okay, Mahavir Swami, I am having a doubt, but as far as concerned, Mahavir Swami is the last preacher of Jainism. I am a doubt. Okay, I will clear it afterward. Who is the founder of Jainism? But Mahavir Swami is also very important personality as far as Jainism is concerned. This is exactly true. That is, Kalpa Sutra is the holy book. And there are, again, as far as Buddhism is concerned, there are the two sects two categories, sects in Jainism. As far as Buddhism is concerned, they are the Theravada and Mahayana. In the same as Digambari and Svetambari. Okay, Svetambari and Digambari. Svetambari and Digambari are the two sects in Jainism. And Angas, Upangas. Okay, then we have Purvas. Okay, Angas, Agamas. Okay, Purvas. Let I write there so that you get good idea. You can get idea. Okay, Purvas, Agamas, Angas, Upangas, okay, etc. These are the holy text. Okay, holy text of Jainism. Okay, so again, recalling all the things. Okay, Mahavir Swami, I am not confirmed, but Mahavir Swami, it is said that is the founder. There are total 24 important predominant personality as far as Jainism is concerned. It is indigenous to Indian subcontinent. Holy book is Kalpa Sutra. Two sects, okay, two categories again, that is in the Svetambari and Digambari, and Angas, Upangas, Angamas and Purvas. These are the holy texts of Jainism. So, okay friends, these are in total 6 religions that are very important as far as our syllabus of art and culture is concerned. In the previous session, we learnt about this Hinduism, Christianity, Islam. In today's session, but not the least very important religions, that is the Sikhism, Buddhism, Jainism, we learnt about that. Please, if you like the video, press the bell icon, subscribe my channel, hit the like button. And in continuing in this session, again, now our religion part is completed, and now we'll move towards the literature part. Okay, literature, languages part, music, dance, architecture, historical paintings. We'll move towards that. Okay, so that's what about today's session. If you like the video, please hit a like, press the like button, and hit the like button. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you get latest videos on the various important topics. Thank you very much.